Orders are due this Monday at I Want More Comics and Games. We make them available online so you don't miss out for your comic, trade paperback, and manga choices. And join us every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Mountain as we review these and more in our Final Orders Due show on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Number one issues this week include Estuary by Oni Press, Fury of First Storm from DC Comics, Event Horizons returns with Inferno from IDW, Bad Ida has a prequel story of the Machine for Ordain, and Invader Comics presents Space Minotaur. Also from Bad Idea is Hab number 1. And don't miss the new cover for Absolute Wonder Woman by Mark Brooks with Absolute Zatanna. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night, either ship or in-store pickup, and we will see you at release.
Well, you want to do it?
I mean, I'm down. I'm ready to go. It's Sunday. It's Final Orders Due show. It's my favorite show because this show, there are no losers. There's no, oh, hurry up, we might run out. There's no like, oh my goodness, this comic's now $30. None of that. This is the easy part of our work week. This is the fun show where everybody can get in and get the comics they want. These are future orders. The orders are due on Monday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Until that moment, though, you can order anything we're about to show you to your heart's content. Keith, how do they get to this fun little journey with us on the website?
Well, since we're all already on the amazing World Wide Web or internet or whatever the kids are calling it today, you go to iwantmorecomics.com. Up at the top, hit shop, and it's the second option today, Final Orders Due. Drags you right into this page where we got 325 items today that are available for you to turn around and grab what you want.
We have a lot of number ones today, a bunch of cover variants, and a couple number twos that are coming off of their hot number one release. So a lot of stuff to look at and enjoy. I think we will start with our number one journey, and we will begin with Bad Idea. Interesting enough, Bad Idea actually has two number ones. The first one is going to be kind of a prequel from Ordained. Ordained is the optioned story that may hit TV shows near you about a priest with a past kind of working against the mob because of circumstances going a bit awry. This Ordained number 0 is kind of an offshoot special story explaining a pretty brutal fight between the pastor and the assassin known as the Machine. So it's definitely one to pick up if you are picking up Ordained. Don't miss out on this little offshoot by the same team that's been bringing you Ordained from Bad Idea. The other one is a new number one called Hob. Hob is Hab.
And the reason is, and I'll tell you this,
Habitat.
Up until about 4 days ago, it was Habitat number 1.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And now it's been rebranded and re-released as Hab.
The Hab. This is a habitat that was built by a very rich person, and he's inviting all of his friends to stay in his basically doomsday shelter that's been built on top of a glacier as the world melts around it. The few lucky people that live there get to try to survive and outlive the planet. Unfortunately for them, as the glacier begins to melt, some ancient evil is being revealed along with it. That ancient evil starts manipulating the people inside the habitat, and they really kind of have to go further in to get more answers, or potentially this is all for naught. Written by Joshua Dysart, David Lapham, and Bill Sienkiewicz on the artwork, covered by Charlie Adler, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, a couple variants on both of these that you got to choose from. And I will point out, if for whatever reason you are looking for more of the Ordained because you hadn't jumped on yet, or you just may be picking up every variant that comes out for that, number 1 fourth print and number 2 second print are also on this week's order list.
Excellent. We will jump over to Mad Cave Studios. for Pretty Hate Machine. This is a new story that kind of reminds me of a little bit of Death Note, and where this kiddo from high school, his father suddenly passes. It was deemed a freak accident, and his mother kind of sought refuge with his uncle, and all that seems fine except for this ghoulish kid named Luther with knives for hands and teeth like a shark kind of start talking to Thomas and explaining that there's more behind his father's death than there's appears to be. Thomas trying to kind of circumvent what is real and understand that maybe there is more behind the scenes, or is he just crazy? This is the tale to be told in Pretty Hate Machine #1.
And I guess you could just play, Nine Inch Nails album for your own soundtrack to
Yeah,
listen to if you want.
as you're going through, I think
Just
it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Dynamite Entertainment is our next journey, where we have a crossover event that begins. The road to this crossover event actually releases this week for New Comic Book Day, but Thundercats Silverhawks #1 will be releasing very soon. You can get on top of this if you would like. It is a huge crossover with a ton of variants, and this is where I kind of shout out the variants for Dynamite. If you would like to get a specific variant, this is the time to do that. We're not going to stock the entire rack full of Thundercat Silverhawk. So if you're a fan and you would like a certain cover, I think now's the time to pick that cover out so you don't miss.
Yeah, the Ben Oliver is going to kind of stand out there for
Absolutely.
especially all of the portrait work that he's been doing recently. The Eric Canente is really solid too. The crossover itself is going to span 5 months, 3 books. Each one gets an issue every single month. Thundercats X Silverhawks, and then is it Thunderhawks?
Thunderhawks is the next one. Yeah, it's like,
and then Mumra the Ever Living.
yes, they kind of like crisscross their names and stuff. So
yeah, I just couldn't remember. Was it going to be Thunderhawks or Silvercats?
Yes.
Like they had options.
All right. Next up, we will talk about Midnight Factory and Murder Hobo #1 dropping. I want to say Murder Hobo had come out previously, and I feel like this is a series that has been done before, but is back.
There has been a little bit of Murder Hobo before.
So
not just in the normal world.
Right. This is, I believe this is from the same creative team. This is going to be high adventure, kind of funny, going through different realms style story. If you're a fan of the New Dork series or I Hate Fairyland, I think that this is right up your alley and you should probably grab one.
Yeah, so this is definitely seeing a little bit of buzz. I've seen a couple extra orders come through for this already, so keep your eye on this one.
Okay, next up, we have Invader Comics with a one-shot featuring the story of the Space Minotaur. This is just a kind of fun look at the life of a Minotaur. You think that he died in the labyrinth, but no, he actually went on different adventures. This one-shot features 2 different stories. One is where he is trying to protect a planet against a disturbance, and the second one is him as his days as a suit actor in the 1970s tokusatsu show, which I think will be pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a little bit of potential here for this book to tell a good tale. I think that it's really stylized well. I kind of like the idea of the one shot, giving you everything all at once, so you don't have to, like you're going to get a complete story kind of with what's there. So it's got a little bit of interest for me.
All right, let's move on over to Oni Press with a new #1 called Estuary, a ghost story. This has all of the tools and makings for a really creepy, very eerie themed ghost tale. There's a like a 400-year-old Spanish mission that's lost under a sea with a nun that's been practicing that entire time and kind of has mastered the art of dealing with her mission. And she's now been released by marine archaeologists. And then that haunting kind of takes and goes along with them into their respective lives. So seems like there's a lot of like next, opening of another problem that you have to solve to another problem you have to solve. I think this one has a lot of heat, and I wouldn't miss out on it if I were you.
Real solid also on the variants here. Vanessa Del Rey.
I was going to say that too. Yeah, the variants are really, really sick.
Yeah, really great for that. And Tim Daniel on this cover. It's so well done about how the face is both, kind of like slightly ghost-like, but then you've got this ship, at the sea kind of look. So really well done on that.
Agreed. We'll go back over to Mad Cave Studios to talk about another Zero issue. Flash Gordon is back in 2026, savior of the universe. At the helm is Dan Abnett, who is the man when it comes to space operas and space exploration stories. I trust him explicitly in that realm. This is a new era for Flash Gordon. He's actually now kind of a mentor for the future adventurers, and he goes off on his first mission and everything goes perfectly fine. I'm totally sure nothing happens that requires his assistance.
It's just going to be a day in the life story, no problem.
Yeah, so I think it'll be fun for Flash Gordon fans or even sci-fi fans. If you've never read Flash Gordon or you just want to give a space tale a shot, I would suggest anything by Dan Abnett, and this one's a perfect way to start.
Beautiful.
Over at Antarctic Press, we have the Legacy final chapter. This is a return of a series by Fred Perry, who most people know from Gold Digger. This is actually his longest running series of miniseries called Legacy. It's kind of like people gaining avatars and then putting those avatars towards a battle. This is a new mini. I think it's 4 issues that we can jump in on. So if you're part of that or are interested, now would be the time to grab it, as it is independent and probably not a ton of it's going to hit our shelves.
Yep.
And from there, we'll go to Titan to feature a video game comic. This one, though, he'll have a couple of weeks to kind of get ahead of the game because there's a foil variant that's not releasing first, but we have to order first. As most of you that follow this show along know, foils take a little longer at the printing press, so they kind of have to be highlighted before the rest of their series. So this is an ongoing kind of storytelling from the barbarian aspect, kind of leading into the new paladins that are moving into the video game as well. Cullen Bunn at the helm. I don't think I need to say more than that. This is the foil edition, so if you're looking for the shiny, this is where you're going to pick that up for $14.99. If you would rather wait for the regular series, we'll talk about it again next week.
Yep.
Moving on to DC Comics, we have another feature in the next level umbrella of DC Universe. This is where they're kind of retaking in some, I don't want to say lesser known, but maybe like the B team of characters. They're all going to kind of get like a little mini series, a refocusing, if you will, to just kind of jump in and tell a story. We have the Fury of Firestorm from the great Jeff Lemire. A couple things just to get you in on the interest there is this is a new #1, so it's going to explain everything you need to know about the Nuclear Man. But you can also pick it up because it's Jeff Lemire, and just for fun, it's set in Bedford, Colorado, so it's a home team game for us. So you might as well grab it up and represent.
Great variants with this. Chris Burnham here. We don't have a picture of the foil, but we assume it to be the same as this, the burning head kind of thing. And then Jorge Corona and Riley Rossmo for other alternatives.
Riley's is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Over at Image Comics, we are jumping back into the silent missions. That is the snake coming out of me because we are on Cobra focus for the G.I. Joe missions. For those that don't recognize what a silent mission is, it's a comic book that doesn't have words in it. The art is going to tell the entire story. We did a really cool focus. It was a 5-part story that came out weekly for G.I. Joe last year. This year is the same thing, but we're going to focus on members of Cobra as they go on their silent mission where failure is not an option.
Dun, dun, dun.
A lot of great covers here. A really cool, unique idea, and a really fun read for anybody, not just your G.I. Joe fans.
Yep, good stuff there. There will be a couple ratio variants that come in on the release week also.
Mm-hmm. Next up from Dark Horse Comics is going to be more BPRD, and I really shouldn't say BPRD. It's the World of Hellboy, because this is, in fact, after the BPRD kind of makes an oopsie. Frankenstein's been going on from an earlier miniseries. This is the next ongoing mini, another 4-parter called Frankenstein New World, The Speed of Darkness. You'll follow along with all the characters from the previous series. Mike Mignola is still at the helm with Christopher Golden and Thomas Nagotsky sharing the load for writing duties.
Just an A cover on that one. They're keeping it real, straightforward, and simple.
Mm-hmm. Another one that I think is a, I don't want to say a low-key burner, but one that absolutely is underappreciated and now printed in second prints all the time. Over at IDW, we have Event Horizon Inferno. Now, the first Event Horizon that came out, I want to say at the beginning of last year or late last year, was just an underground hit. We sold out of everything. We got second prints, and with a lot of the like kind of absolutes and ultimates and like these new number ones that are kind of blowing up, I think that this is a little under the radar or just kind of hidden behind all that shine. This book has been ridiculously difficult to keep on our shelves, and now we have a new series following up directly from that series in 2025. So I think if you would like it, you should definitely pick it up. It's for any fans of Event Horizon. Everyone that's picked it up has told me how great it is, and I'm definitely going to go off of what my customers say because they're the smart ones.
Yeah, there's definitely, this. It kind of got in between, popular to cult following for where Event Horizon was way back when. Yeah. It didn't get, quite, like it just has a weird era there where there's, the fans aren't quite, as small as some of the other cult following type stuff.
Yeah.
But the continuing on the stories inside that universe, which from the movie, there was obviously time for it to turn around and be, unique and different. So there's a lot that they can do with this, and it's kind of exciting to see where they're taking it.
Excellent. Now we'll talk about a couple secondary printings or additional printings that I know people need to take a look at. We will begin with DC Comics and talk about the one that you already highlighted, but goodness gracious, you need to see it. Absolute Wonder Woman's Mark Brooks second printing variant. Incredible work. It was hilarious because it was so good that, and this happens with Mark a lot, but people will shout AI, it's AI. And so he literally now films himself doing the work and puts it out as a response to anyone claiming AI. This is a great cover. I think it will be one that's sought after for many moons to come. And this is the perfect opportunity to make sure that you grab one before everybody else starts recognizing how cool that is. There are other variants as well. That's not the only one out there. Gilliam March is no sleeper. And the A cover is great as well. But if I'm going to tell you to pick one, I think the answer is obvious.
It's easy to gravitate towards the brand new. But I do appreciate that they put out the Gilliam March again because we were out of that very quickly the week that it dropped. So if somebody was bummed out that they don't have that art in their collection, here is your chance to turn around and do it. One thing I'm noting about this that is probable. I'm going to try to look it up while we talk here as I kind of stumble around.
Yeah.
The price tag looks weird for me on that.
Okay.
So because of that, I want to verify that they didn't just change that to a foil.
Oh, good point.
It really looks like that should be now marked as a foil, and confirmation it is foil.
Okay.
So I'll get it updated on there. But all of these, the Gilliam March is a reprint in foil.
In foil.
I just noticed the
That's even
$7.99 tag on it. I was like,
Yeah.
That's the price tag that DC puts on the foils.
And that makes way more sense because that's going to look that's a banger in foil for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to lose that little detail on this whole
Yes,
thing.
please. So. Other additional printings that I think we should highlight, Image Comics and their fantastic new series that have been blowing up. For those that have been waiting patiently, we have Dork 4th print, the #1 there by Brett Bean. Again, I believe this is unique artwork. So I think that alone is worth the price of admission. If you haven't read Dork or have been waiting for a cheaper copy, right now, at this moment until Monday, this is a good time to pick this up. And we'll see what the masses do with it after that. So, but the 4th print is dropping. Again, new artwork, so I wouldn't miss out on that.
I would continue that also with the Dork #3. Brett Bean is doing the I Hate team-ups.
Yes.
If you guys understand that is a team up with Gertrude from I Hate Fairyland. And oh, looky there, who's somebody that will spend a lot of time with Gertrude? Oh, that'd be Brett Bean.
It would be.
So this all fits really, really, really nicely inside that collection. And I think that these will have popularity there. Feel free while we're chatting it up. There are all these different I Hate team ups variants. And some of the titles, not all the titles, are getting the not safe for work word there that's on your screen. That
I'm going to say the guys that were cool.
Yeah. But like Diloaded has both, Dork has both, but Blood and Thunder and Spawn only get one.
Yeah.
Like feels very much to me like Spawn, and it could be a thing that easily Todd's like, I don't want that word on my book.
Right.
So they held off on doing that version.
Correct.
But, you can use our cover theme filter there to get to all those and make your choices on which ones you want.
We have one more from Image Comics I wanted to highlight. White Sky is getting its 3rd printing. And again, I'm not sure of the artwork, but I'm pretty sure this is new.
It is new.
So these are anytime they do new artwork means that it's a variant in which you will need to complete your collection. If you are a completionist, I think that you don't want to miss these out at these cheaper prices. And as we get further and push further out, if it's not Absolute Batman, those numbers begin to shrink as you see a higher printing number. Okay, so you want to make sure to pick those up at this stage of comic book collecting. Okay.
Yep.
From there, I did want to jump into our cover themes because we have so many and we've worked really hard to kind of locate them all for you. So just wanted to highlight a few things. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still, I think that one's completing with one variant. We have April Drools variants from DC Comics. The Doom homage variants are still kicking off. The I Hate team-ups that Keith just talked about, all available there. The Things to Come variant are from DC Comics. They're kind of like a sneak peek into the future of the DC universe. And the Ultimate Farewell is almost the complete opposite of that, where it is a goodbye and farewell from the fantastic Ultimate Universe that we've kind of enjoyed for the last 3 years.
Yep. Great options here.
All of them have phenomenal covers and great options. I really think you should look through them and pick them up.
We're never not going to call out friend of the store, Amy.
Yes,
Amy Reader's
I actually have
Supergirl.
2 Amy Reader variants.
It's always a win there. So yeah, there's that just in the theme one there. She has the that Things to Come coming up there for that. So keep an eye.
before I show off a couple variants I wanted people to check out, I wanted to see if you could give me a little insight on a Titan product we have. It is called Little Nightmares Descent, which I know was a video game and was highly sought after when it came out. But this is a 1 through 4. I don't think it's 40. 1 in 600 pack.
1 of 600. So there will only be 600 of these packs made.
So this is a very limited thing.
Yes. So these are 4 covers from that series. Manaher, Hickson, Corona, and Tyler Boss have covers for this one, but it is specifically a pack of these variant covers that only 600 will be created for this. So, and you'll notice that the price tag is still, $5 a cover there. This is something that Titan's been doing quite a bit of making these variant packs. It's kind of a quick and dirty way to make the trade, right? Because you're getting the 1 through 4 all at once. Even like, say, Conan has been doing, every time that there's 4 issues, they'll come out with a pack every time, and then they'll do this type of thing. So it keeps up a nice little collectability level. It gives you something alternative to chase and have some fun with. It comes real quickly on the heels of when the 4th issue came out, so that you're not too far behind if you were just waiting to pick up on the packs. It's really a smart play.
I think it is a smart point, because $20 is going to be a price of a trade anyway, but here you actually gain some serious collectible value as well. So I think it's a win-win if you're looking for that kind of stuff, but it is a difficult one to bring in store. So it's definitely one I would like to highlight and make sure that if you want to grab one of these 1 of 600s, you can purchase it. And because that 1 of 600s on there, that does bring up one of those things that we don't talk about often, but can come up with
allocation.
Allocation. Yes, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Is what will happen is we can put in our orders for these, and there's a potential that all 600 and more could be ordered. I'm not going to say that that's likely, but it could happen, right? If that happens, what will happen to us is the distribution center will allocate where certain titles go to. So this is why I just bring that up, is to let you know that this one isn't necessarily as guaranteed as we talk about for most of this show, because of the limited concept of this product. Okay.
Yeah, 2 rules apply here. Number 1, this is the only item on FOC that is not that is restricted to 1 per customer, because of the limited numbers on it. Number 2 is that, let's say that we get 2 pre-orders and we go out to order 5 packs. They come back and say, oh, well, you're only getting 3. Well, those 2 pre-orders happened first. They will be filled first in our numbers. And then there would only be 1 that we would be able to put out on the rack for the day of the sale. So it doesn't even matter. It could, I don't expect these to spike in prices like you've seen some other stuff, but like, this is the way to turn around and to guarantee yourself access and availability to them. Because we will handle the orders first come, first serve for these.
Absolutely. Wanted to bring attention to a number 2 that's dropping this week from Vault Comics. It is the big drop hit called Nectar. Our butterflies, our deadly butterflies, are back with issue number 2. If you picked up number 1, did enjoy it, or you don't want to miss out on how cool this series is, make sure to pick this bad boy up at the cheaper price of $3.99. I think it's going to be worth it to read the whole series. I think it's just going to get bigger and nastier. And they have some really cool variants, including black bag and naughty variants.
We have up there the second prints of number 1 are available right now for you to be able to get in on this if you want to get it in at the right price. The $9.99 price on the black bags is the cover price of the black bags.
Correct.
You are still getting those at cover price through tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Excellent. Then I have we are out of time, but I did want to talk about one. We never not mentioned Amy Reeder. We already talked about one variant she had. She also has another one in DC from Action Comics 1097. There's a great cover from there. Eastman also has a cover this week from Usagi Yojimbo, and I will always mention him.
Who?
How dare you?
I don't know.
I knew you were going to do that.
Is that an up-and-comer? Is this?
It's not an up-and-comer. He's been around a bit.
Where is Usagi? It's not.
Usagi is Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Yeah.
Was IDW for a moment.
That is correct, yes.
Let's see. Here's your.
Excellent there. Storm has the Ben Oliver variant that I think is very good. Venom has been doing really great on a variant with Godtail, which is new. And lastly, there was a DC comic. Oh, Aquaman has a Zerdy cover. I think that's really good.
Yeah, I did highlight that one in the video. That one, the colors on that just grab way too hard on that. So
for those of you in the trade paperback market, Image Comics No Man's Land, which has been optioned, its trade paperback is out now or available to purchase.
If you would like to do your homework ahead of time before they get that to Hollywood,
yes,
this is a great opportunity to be able to pick that. Was it Simon Kurdansky on that?
Yes, it was. Yep.
Does the writing, the art,
he does everything.
Does
all
really
the variant
good
covers.
Yeah.
Nobody's touching that, man.
But that'll wrap up our time for today. Please get your orders in before 6 p.m. Hold Slot members use the portal system. Everything has transitioned directly into portal. Remember, Hold Slot members, you do get more access to variants and ratio stuff that's in the portal that is not on the website. We always do treat you guys with a little bit of an inside track there. But get everything in and then come back, see us on Tuesday night, where we get to talk about the things that you can read right now this week, physically and available type things. And then Wednesday, if you don't join us for stream sales because you're like, oh, that's probably boring, they don't show off anything, I dare you to miss this week. I dare you to miss this week. There are
you're going to be one part of this.
Come through the shop here and all this. And there are some key, real deal, big boy books going to be coming through. We almost have to go back to ramen, don't we? We almost have to bring back the ramen. So
we might.
Join us for all the fun. We're here. We appreciate when you show up and join us in, and we will catch you on another day.
Orders are due this Monday at I Want More Comics and Games. We make them available online so you don't miss out for your comic, trade paperback, and manga choices. And join us every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Mountain as we review these and more in our Final Orders Due show on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. #1 issues this week include Estuary by Oni Press, Fury of First Storm from DC Comics, Event Horizons returns with Inferno from IDW, Bad Ida has a prequel story of the Machine for Ordained, and Invader Comics presents Space Minotaur. Also from Bad Idea is Hab #1. And don't miss the new cover for Absolute Wonder Woman by Mark Brooks with Absolute Zatanna. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night, either ship or in-store pickup, and we will see you at release.